Garden, our draft man, Vinny Zambito, came up with a great idea. We are going to do a 21st century Madison Square Garden games draft. We're going to do a lottery. We're going to make 7 picks each. We should note, this is basketball only. So a couple honorable mention non-basketball ones that I want to throw out there, though. WWE Survivor Series 2002. The first ever Elimination Chamber match. Still the best Elimination Chamber match we've ever seen. Shawn Michaels wins the World Championship after 4 years away from professional wrestling.
First one was there?
Yeah.
The first elimination?
At Survivor Series, yeah. Almost 2 years later, WrestleMania 20. We won't talk about the main event in that one because the winner of the main event did some horrible things. And then Conor McGregor becomes the double champ. He beats Eddie Alvarez and becomes the champ at MSG. As usual, whenever you pitch a draft, I'm going to give you the first pick for having the idea. So,
Okay.
NBA or college, we should clarify.
Yes. All right. So probably should be with no surprise here. But with the first pick, I am going to go with the Kobe 61 game. I just feel like that game, I remember exactly where I was. I've tried to do the move where he does like the reverse pivot and then shoots it, or he drives right, stop, I tried to do that move so many times by myself, and my brain like pretzels out, and I don't know how to do it. That game, I've watched that game's highlights so many times, so I'll take that off the board, and we'll go with the Kobe 61 game.
Broke Bernard King's MSG scoring record. We should know. Okay, I'm going to just follow it up just like LeBron did. And I'm going to go with LeBron's a very casual 54, 9, and 11. 2 nights after Kobe goes for 61. Imagine you're in New York and you just decide, you know what? I'm here for a few days. I'm going to see Kobe. I'm going to see LeBron. We'll see what happens. And you get treated to 2 of the finest performances of their careers.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's right at the peak of the Kobe-LeBron debate. I mean, that's February 2009. We're right in the thick of it, as these are probably the 2... You disagree?
No. I'm just adding to it because I feel like at that time, too, the Knicks thought that they were going to get LeBron.
They did, yes. Like, you're absolutely right. Great call.
I felt like that almost like sweetened it. Like at a point, it felt like they were kind of rooting for him. They were like, "Ooh, okay." Like,
funny story on that. Did I ever tell you my Gus Johnson story?
No.
So, 2010, the NCAA tournament was in Buffalo again, and once again, I'm going to shout out the Dr. Colin Stucco. Him and I got tickets for all 4 first-round games and both the second-round games 2 days later. So we're there, and West Virginia plays somebody. They play, like, Morgan State in the first game, and no one's there. It's a noon tip-off. You know, a pretty solid West Virginia crowd, but nobody else is there yet.
Right.
So we go down, and we're sitting second row for that game, and we're sitting second row for the second game. And Gus Johnson's calling the games. And I know that Gus Johnson's going to be there. I love Gus Johnson. So I make a sign that says Gus Johnson plus college basketball equals March Madness.
Oh,
and he sees it before the first game, and he gives me a wave. But then during the halftime break of the second game, he like goes back, I don't know, go to the bathroom, whatever. And he comes back out, and I'm wearing a LeBron Cavs jersey. And at this time, he's also doing MSG games. He's calling Knicks games when it's like not Mike Breen and Walt Frazier. He's their
Right.
secondary announcer. And he walks past me and he does like a double take. And he looks back and I look at him and I'm starstruck. And he goes, "You know, your man's going to be playing in New York next year." So
That's
Gus
awesome.
thought it.
That's
Gus
awesome.
thought LeBron was going to New York.
Yeah, a lot of people did. That's an awesome
Yeah.
story. That's an awesome story. But yeah, no, like that was a huge. That's what I remember. So yeah, you are totally right. Two of the best, without a doubt. They're in the peak of their, debate, I should say.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just thought when I was watching it, I was like, these Knicks fans really, really think they're getting LeBron. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good game. Good pick. Good pick. Um, all right. Second on my list. Um, I gotta do it. We were just talking about college basketball, March Madness. This is my favorite March Madness, honestly, game. It sounds weird because it's not Duke, but I will go with the Syracuse UConn 6 overtime game. It was a school night. It was the 9 p.m. tip, and they went into overtime. They ended regulation tied, and I kind of just looked at my dad, and he was like, "You don't got to go to school tomorrow." And for the rest of the game, I was just rooting for them to play 18 overtime. Like they had a tracker on the screen of how many minutes Johnny Flynn was playing, and it got up to like 56. I wanted him to play like 90 minutes. I was like, let's see if these guys start just like crawling. So yeah, that will be my second pick.
In reality, that probably should have been the first pick.
Yeah.
And I get why it wasn't. And if you would have insisted that I should have had the first pick, I would have picked LeBron's game, and I would have expected you to pick Kobe's.
Yep.
But this probably is the best basketball game ever at MSG.
It's so good. It's so good.
Flynn ended up playing 67 minutes. Eric Devendorf played 61. Paul Harris played 56. Andy Routens off the bench played 50. Then on the UConn side, AJ Price had 61 minutes. Jeff Adrian played 56. Kemba played 52. Thabit played 53. Stanley Robinson played 47. No lie. I did go to school the next day.
Good for you.
I fell asleep and woke up 3 different times during the overtimes. Not even lying. I mean, just an all-timer.
And to tie it back to this pod, we had 2 guys go ahead of Steph Curry in that game in the draft.
I was just gonna say. I mean, this game probably cemented Johnny Flynn's status as a lottery pick.
Yeah, and he actually ends up playing the next night, and they go into overtime in the finals. And I think he wins MVP. They lose.
Well, the next night is the semifinals. They still have 2 games left to go.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like in college, I played 40 minutes once, and like I was fine that day, that game. But then waking up the next morning, I felt like I got hit by a bus. So I couldn't imagine, like their legs. I couldn't imagine. So
I played 40 once in high school. We went double overtime at Lima Christian, and I played every minute, and it's the same thing. Like
in the moment you're fine, but that next day,
because you're running on adrenaline.
Right.
But then when you just stop and you're sedentary, it's like, oh my God, what the hell did I just do to myself?
So now, I mean, Flynn played 30 more minutes than we did, and then had to play back.
And the next night, I didn't play again. I mean, I didn't play again for I think 5 days after that.
Yeah.
Flynn had to go less than 24 hours later.
Yeah.
really quickly, Johnny Flynn scored 1,504 points in his NBA career. Stephen Curry has 11 seasons with at least 1,500 points.
Yeah.
Just figured out, throw that out there.
Yep.
Okay, where do I want to go next? I'll go with Steph's game. If only because I think of any Knicks game, even postseason, I probably have the clearest memory of where I was and who I was watching with. Like I said at the top, like I remember everything about that night. And again, it's an all-timer from one of the 10 greatest players of all time in his breakout performance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll take Steph 54-point game off the board.
Yeah, can't complain about that one. I mean, we just did a whole pod on it, so
Yeah.
special game. Pretty special game. Do I want to go recent or do I want to go with something that got me in the feels? You know what? I'm a Melo guy. I'm gonna go with Melo. I'm gonna go with Melo's first game back as a Knick.
Okay.
So
You're going a different Melo
not
game
the
than
career,
I expected.
No, yeah, not the career
Okay.
high Melo game. I'm going Melo first game back as a Knick. He actually delivers a clutch shot late in the game, and they win. And I just remember one it being such a story because it was an in season trade. So I watched that game, and before the game, they like had him run out through the tunnel, which was weird, like for starting lineups. I think maybe that's just how the Knicks do it. But he was running out. He was running out to so was it Skylar Gray coming home
There you
with
go.
Kanye, and I was like, I just ate that up. So I will go with the Melo homecoming game.
I'll be honest, I didn't have that one on my board. So,
Good.
but good call. Okay, I will go recent. I'm gonna go game one, Pacers at Knicks, Eastern Conference Finals this year. Knicks are leading by 14 with under 3 minutes to go. But as we saw over and over and over again in the playoffs, the Pacers just wouldn't die. They're like my Chicago Bears. It doesn't
Yep.
matter how murky it looks late in the game. They're not going away. And Tyrese Halliburton hits a shot that felt so momentous and so instantly iconic that we have it in our intro
Yeah.
for Campfire. I mean, the only way it could have been better was if he hits the choke sign and it's over.
Right.
But then they go to overtime. We get 5 minutes of free basketball. The Pacers win 138-135. And I found this. Teams that were trailing by more than 9 or more in the final minute of the fourth quarter or overtime in the playoffs were winless before that point.
That makes sense.
That this was quite literally the first comeback in playoff history where a team was trailing by 9 or more with under a minute to go, and the Pacers somehow got it done with a bounce on a shot by Tyrese Halliburton that grazed the heavens. Just unreal.
My skin is itching right now because I fell asleep during it.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel better now about falling asleep during the 6 overtime game. We all have one.
I woke up so mad. Like, I wanted the Knicks to win. And I didn't wake up mad they lost. I just woke up so mad I missed it. Because, like, I had gotten 15 text messages, and I was like, no. Like, you just wake up and you're panicked, like you just missed school or something. But, yeah, that's a great game. Probably the best shot in Garden history, maybe.
You could probably make the case, yeah.
I'm going to go more on the Knicks side, a feel-good Knicks game, I'm going to go the double bang game against the 76ers when DiVincenzo hits the game winner. So that is game 2 of Knicks Philadelphia.
That's 2024, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, yeah, good call.
Yep. So they're down 2. The Sixers kind of blow that game. DiVincenzo gets a shot at the top of the key, misses it. They get their own rebound, pass it back out to him, and he drains it. And I just felt like that was a game where like you really started to get like that Nova Knicks feel. And
I was gonna say that's the peak of the Nova
I was
Knicks,
all in
I
on that. The Garden was rocking. So yeah, I'll go with the double bang game. Knicks versus Philadelphia.
Great call. Have we each done 3 or 4? Or that's your 4.
I've done 4th. You're on 3. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with a game actually that we had on our short list like 6 months ago when we were putting together our list of 25 games for Campfire. I'm going Linsanity at its absolute apex.
That's a good one.
Lakers at Knicks. Jeremy Lin just a few games into one of the more improbable NBA careers, outscores Kobe, goes for 38. Kobe has 34 in a 7-point Knicks win. Man, that Linsanity run.
It was wild.
It was wild. It was brief. Like I think people forget that it was like a 3-week thing, and then the Heat in a national TV game just decided like, yeah, this is done. we're finished with this. LeBron and Wade just made his life hell on a national TV game, and that was it. But man, early February 2012, Linsanity was running wild like Hulkamania 20 years earlier.
That's a fact. No, I mean, that whole aura around that was incredible. So yeah, that's a huge pick. Can't go wrong. All right, so this would be pick 5. Jeez. All right, I'm going to go with the 2021 Hawks versus Knicks game 1. It was the first season it's the first year post COVID where fans were back into the Garden, and it just felt like there was so much playoff energy that we hadn't seen out of any team, but the Knicks hadn't been in the playoffs. So to get the Garden magic back, I remember being like, I'm so happy the Knicks are good, and I want them to stay good because this is amazing. Like watching a playoff game in the Garden, it's must-watch television.
I mean, it had been 8 years at that point.
Yeah.
I've mentioned this before. Another weird game where I could remember like what I had to eat as I was watching it. I made myself a delicious turkey sub and watched that game. Toast the bread a little bit.
Hey, yeah, absolutely.
Some olive oil on there with the mayonnaise. I cooked up something real nice and watched that game. Watch Trey hit the game winner at the end.
Yep.
Okay, great pick. I'm actually gonna take a selfish pick here, and I doubt you would have taken it, but I don't want to let it slip any longer. I'm gonna go with the Big East semifinals, 2024, UConn against St. John's. I could have easily taken UConn over Marquette in the championship game, but just objectively, this was a better game. It was 95-90. It was UConn with Dan Hurley saying the MSG is stores, it's stores north. It's St. John's at the Garden. New York City's alive. Just incredible pace and shot making. Just a really fun game. And it was a win for my favorite team and the college team that I would probably fight people on is the best of the century. I know as a Duke fan, you'll have
Yeah.
alternate picks, and I've
Well,
I've had
no.
this discussion with our cousin Paulie Clark about the Florida Gators, and there are some solid ones from the last century, but I'll take my 2023-24 Huskies over the field.
So first, great pick. I want to add to it because I'm not going to, and I believe I've picked 5, right?
Yeah, we've both had 5 picks.
Okay, I'm not going to take this pick, and I think that you probably won't because you mentioned that was a UConn pick. I actually probably agree with you that they are probably the best. I mean, of the century, because I have a game on my list for UConn. So it's weird. I do not. I have a love-hate relationship with UConn because they kind of do have this weird rivalry with Duke, especially since Hurley has taken over. There's been some jabs thrown, but
And I think we might be heading toward
oh
a
yeah,
collision in March.
absolutely.
I have a
Um,
feeling.
but I was a huge Shabazz Napier fan. I love
Okay.
Shabazz. Um, And UConn played Michigan State in the Elite Eight in 2014 in Madison Square Garden, and he was from New York City, and he went off in that game. So that was another game. So I'm with you. UConn could have it. They've been dominant. 3 different coaches too. Like they won under
Yeah,
Calhoun, Ali, and now Early. So can't argue it. My
that alley
next 2
run was
picks
goofy.
are just the most homer picks, so bear with me. And actually, my 6th pick, I'm picking 2 games. So, sorry, broke the rules. It is what it is. I'm going to say,
Making draft history, just saying, okay, I got the next 2.
yep, this
I
counts
love
as
it.
1, and you'll get why. It's Coach K
Okay,
breaks records in MSG.
okay.
So, in 2011, he breaks the all-time win record with 903, and he does that against now I'm blanking. It's 2011. He breaks it against, I believe it's Michigan State. I mean, now I gotta do it. Yep. So in 2011, Coach K breaks the all-time win record over Michigan State. They win 74-69. Game's not that eventful, but he does break Bob Knight's record with 903. And then in 2015, in Madison Square Garden, he becomes the first men's basketball coach to win 1,000 games. So it's both records.
I didn't
I
realize that both of those happened to MSG.
Both happened at MSG. One was against
That's
Michigan
pretty cool.
State. One was against St. John's. So that's why I tied them together. They honestly the games weren't great, but the fact that he broke the record 903 at MSG and then was the first to win 1,000, I'll take both those if you let me.
I will let you. I'll give them to you. Neither was on my board, so you can have them.
Fair enough.
But totally valid reasons for taking them. Absolutely makes sense. Um, okay. I have I have one, not really a selfish pick, but a personal pick that I'm going to save for my last one because I'm fairly certain you're not going to pick it. Um, I'm actually going to take the Christmas Day game that we covered
Ooh.
just a couple episodes ago, Celtics at Knicks. It's the first game back from the lockout. It was just so great to have professional basketball back when it looked like we were going to lose this whole season. And the game was really entertaining, aside from the fact that it's Boston, New York. It goes right down to the wire. The Celtics had 2 chances to win it in the last 10 seconds. And then at the end of the game, Kevin Garnett commits a misdemeanor trying to choke out Bill Walker. So,
Yeah.
this game had everything. Merry
Yes.
Christmas.
Yep. Yep. No, that's a good pick. I could promise you that I'm not going to pick that. That wasn't that, and I promise you that you aren't going to pick on this game. So in November of 2008, my man Chris Duhon was on the New York Knicks, and he broke a record: 21 assists in the Garden.
That is
Chrissy
the most
D.
on-brand pick we've had in a draft. All campfire. I love it so much.
And it's funny to tie it with this pod. David Lee goes for 38 in that game, but
Very productive player.
yep, Duhan drops 21 assists November 2008. A game that no one watched, a game that no one
Yeah, I
remembers, a game that
did
I
not
will
watch
hold by
that
my
one.
heart forever.
Did not watch that one. Do not remember that one. But man, props to Duhan. 21 assists in a game is no joke.
Yep. Telling you, if he could have played in '99, backcourt
You
of
just,
Chris
like-
Dillon and Charlie Ward with Latrell Sprewell, sprinkling a little Canby and LJ. Oh, it's like the Vince McMahon.
You're still a Knicks fan if that's the team.
Yeah.
You never leave New York.
No, I don't. I'm glad I did.
Okay. Last one, just completely obscure, but I'm gonna throw it on there because I again remember where I watched it. March 8th, 2006, opening round of the Big East tournament. Syracuse versus Cincinnati. Jerry McNamara hits a one-legged three with 0.4 seconds left. A fantastic Bill Raftery Onions call.
Yep.
The reason I have it on here is because I actually watched this at Elba Central School.
You watched it with me. We watched that game together. We had a basketball luncheon or something, didn't we?
It was study hall, I think. This is interesting. I don't remember watching this with you, but I remember a TV was wheeled into Mrs. Bucheri's room.
Yep.
And watching it there. Was it a basketball luncheon?
It was like yeah, I don't know why, but yes, I remember watching that game in Mrs. Bucheri's room, and it was like an end of the season banquet or something. Like, but it was like,
Were we there because we were managers for Uncle Joe?
I think so. I don't know what it was, but I know that like there was pizza, and again, I was a chubby boy, so there was pizza. I remember. I remember watching that game.
Dude, I remembered my turkey sub that I made. I'm still a chubby boy. We're all good. We're not going to fat shame here.
But yeah, that's how I remember, because I remember watching it with you all at Alba Central. Yes, I was there.
Wow, I did not remember. No offense, I feel bad now that I in my mind it was a study hall where we got a TV wheeled in there and watched the end of it. But maybe it was a basketball
you said
luncheon.
2006?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in 7th grade. You were in 8th grade that year. It was something to do with that. Yeah, I remember that. I don't know exactly what it was, but I do remember.
That's awesome.
Because that was on my list.
Cuse goes on to win 4 games in 4 days by a combined 8 points to win the Big East title.
Yep. That's a great pick. That's a because that's
a deep cut.
Yeah, and that was a really good like tournament run. Like UConn's gone on a couple of them, but like they weren't making the tournament unless they won the tournament, that Big East.
No, Syracuse wasn't even on the bubble.
Right. So for them,
they needed to win the Big East tournament, and McNamara, the last guy remaining from their 03 title team, just puts him on his back for 4 nights, and
Yep. Absolutely. That's a good list.
Wow.
We love a draft.
That's a really good list. I mean, I have ones that didn't even get picked. I have 4 on my list that didn't get drafted, that didn't crack the lottery. So
Melo 62, I think Harden 61. If that counts, but
There was a LeBron 58 and 10 game the year before his other 50-point game at the Garden. I had MJ's final game at MSG where he had 38 and the Wizards lose by 1. And the last one I have was West Virginia Georgetown. Deshaun
Was
Butler.
that in the Garden with Pigsnoggle?
No. Pitsnoggle was 05.
Oh, that was Wake Forest. Wake
Yes.
Forest.
No, okay, so we're on a Pitsnoggle thing now. Great West Virginia team. Mike Gansey.
Yep.
Air Bear. Awesome West Virginia team. This was the 2010 team with Deshaun Butler that went to the Final Four, and then Butler tore his ACL.
You know who they got?
To the benefit of your Blue Devils.
Yep, Johnny Boy Shire.
But he hits a game winner in the championship game of the Big East tournament against Georgetown. So that was the last one on my short list.
I know that West Virginia had like a 2 overtime game in March Madness against Wake. I think it ended.
And then they had one against Louisville.
Yeah. So I got really. I was like, how did I forget that game? I'm glad that game wasn't an MSG. So
I actually think that one of those Pitsnoggle games, and now I need to check because I need to know. I want to say one was in Albuquerque.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I feel like as a listener, we're doing you so much justice because if you sit around a campfire with some friends and you're talking about basketball, if you don't hear about Kevin Pitsnoggle, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
I'm so happy it was the Albuquerque Regional. I'm so happy that remained in my brain where all this other important stuff has just dropped off. I'm so happy that I remembered that game was in Albuquerque.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're on it now. Let's do it. West Virginia beats Creighton by 2 in round 1. They beat Wake Forest by 6 in round 2 in double overtime. They beat Texas Tech in the Sweet 16 by 5, and then they lose to Louisville by 8 in overtime in the Elite 8. And that's a game where West Virginia's up, I want to say, by like close to 20 in the first half. In Louisville, Francisco Garcia.
Yep.
They come storming back.
Yep. Mike Gansey almost single-handedly made me wear long sleeves under my jersey. But they had to be like the tall tee. Like it needed to be real long.
Yeah.
And then I tried and I couldn't shoot. So I was like, oh, sorry, Mike. But yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a pod. Man, we took some unexpected detours here, but that was a fun one. And like you said, maybe this conversation often veers into you have to be a degenerate basketball fan to really appreciate what we're talking about, but I'm okay with that. Yeah. If you are questioning why we know so much about Mike Gansey and Albuquerque, don't worry about it. We're happy.
We're just two sickos who love basketball. That's all it is.